want to do this one. The song is Tool, Schism. The lyrics go, I know the pieces fit. I don't really even want to talk about this. To be honest, it's messed up. I'm going to give a little bit of time for some people to get into the room. I'm getting some things going here with some paperwork. The title should let you understand what's going to happen, what they plan to do, this less of war that they do all of these nasty things. You watch for it. This will definitely make the news also. This is my knowing. I don't even want to talk about this one, but I'm moved to talk about it. So I'm gonna wait for some people to get into the room. Man, people, craziness. That's all I can say. I don't even know what to say. I know one thing, I'm fixing to have to pick a fight with the GPS. Let's move this out the way. That's easier to do like this. Man. I had to think back, and I actually did a live on these other ones. Not realizing that the pieces would fit together, and that when I was shown that was what I would look back on as my own intel of the situation. So, all right, I'll just go ahead and get into it. Basically, Russia has a mobile missile system that they can set up at any time they so choose and hit any airplane out of the sky they want to. They don't want to admit that they're picking and choosing, but a couple here or there is not missing, right? Every once in a while, every how many years? Well, let's go over their history, okay? Not even talking about the one that Ronald Reagan got up and said, hey, listen, a Russian MiG shot down a passenger jet airliner. No, let's not talk about that. Oh, they mistook it for an American plane, right? Just like in Iran. So let's just start with that one. Let's not even talk about the ones before that. Let's just talk about the one. It was Flight 752, January 8th, leaving the Tehran airport, just like all the other planes left, and there was no issue. They had been traveling the same flight plans, all this other stuff, right? All of a sudden, because they say 180's on board, right? And then they say, oh, there's only 176 on board. Okay, that's 4 people that they didn't want to tell you who they were. The original flight manifest said all these goofy names, I mean made up names, and they never did give a good accounting of who was on the plane. They never talked about, so they hid 4 people. Those 4 people could have been scientists leaving, they could have been anybody, but they're the reason that plane was shot down. It was shot down with a Book 2 or Book, I'm pretty sure it's B-U-K, Book or Book. I'm pretty sure it's the Book 2. It could be Book 1. I'm pretty sure it's Book 2 missile system. This thing shoots out projectiles shaped like bow ties, like in that picture, like they reconstructed from MH17 that was shot down. Now, but let's go back to this one. This Book missile shot 800 projectiles, and they were found in the bodies of the 3 crew members on board in the front of the MH17. But this was used to compare, because it's the same missile system that shot down the MH17 when they shot down Flight 752 that left the Tehran airport and barely was out of the Tehran airline. Now get this, that was a Ukrainian international airline. A Russian missile system, likely guided by and even told to hit fire by Russian what would you call them? Advisors. And they say they thought they were being attacked, but it was leaving their country. No, there was people on there that they didn't want to leave. They didn't want to make it, and they were given orders to hit the fire button by whatever. So a book missile system with 800 fragments blows up in front of the thing, and it's designed to kill pilots. It's a pilot killer. It's not designed to blow up an airplane. It is simply designed to be a fragmenting, almost like a grenade, fragmenting missile to take out in the front of an airplane the pilot and possibly part of a engine. Okay, that's what it's designed to do. It's a pilot killer. Now, going forward, keep in mind that was the Ukrainian Airlines. Going forward, Boeing 777-200 flight MH17. Okay, everything's going well. Yes, there's a little ground battle going on at the border there with Russia, but everyone was cleared to fly at 30-something thousand feet. Everybody been flying all day. At the last minute, something they decided wasn't right. Okay, so here's what happens. There was not a missile system there. It was moved there. Appreciate the likes. This missile system was mobile, and it was moved there preemptively, knowing that flight was coming. It was shot down intentionally when they hit the button. It was planned. You understand? So, a Russian book missile system shot 800 fragments into MH17. That's the picture you see as a reconstruction of that plane and the fragments along the bottom of the thumbnail of this video. Now, they weren't there before. They were put there. That was the flight path. They can't say they think it was an American spy plane or what. No. And why would they shoot down one just as, no. Just a spy plane? Not even a bomber? No. They knew there were people on board. When they went to check it out, they looked at the wreckage. It was obvious. There was an orange black box. There was backpacks full of clothes from kids. All these stuffed animals and crap, and the people blown up. And I think they said that the public saw a pilot crawling, and so it was all messed up. Everybody died though. Okay, they were trying to keep the public out because they had just shot that down. What's next? I'm telling you what's next. This is a knowing. Russia's going to shoot down another one. It'll be one of their choice. It's what they do. It's in their playbook. It's short of war. And then they'll say, oh, well, we didn't really know. We thought it was an American spy. You know, there was a war fixing to happen. Right. Just like in Iran. Just like in Ukraine. Okay. And it's people that Russia has a problem with, that country that die on civilian airplanes. Watch for it. It'll make the news. I didn't even want to do this one. I was moved to do it. So like I said, there was 4 people on flight 752 out of Tehran airport they don't want to account for and tell you who they were. Those were the 4 reasons they took that one out, I'm sure. And then the Boeing MH17, that one, they pre-positioned. See, you know, flight plans, they know what's going on with people. They have these systems that tell them everybody that's going to be where and on board and who's leaving from where. Watch for it. And when they say, oh, it was a mistake, don't believe it. And what's going to shoot it down? A book missile system with 800 fragments, with a 9M314M warhead. Bow tie shot. So, does it make me happy to tell this? No. It is what it is. That's what they do. Short of war. Anybody wants to say anything? You want to beat me up about it? Watch the news. Watch. And then you'll also see when they nuke themselves, you'll be like, hey, wait a minute. What? Remember this video. Probably, I don't know. They might censor me. They might like it. They might say, hey, you know what? They kind of do that. Let's put this up. They may actually get behind this video, and I might get who knows how many views on it. Share it. Watch what happens. Timestamp it. Today's date, 124. Okay? Monday, 1:44 p.m. 1:44 and 20 seconds. So, it hasn't happened yet. You'll understand when you see it. This does not bring me any pleasure to report this. Not at all. I'm going to check your comments, and God bless you people, and then I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to put in some numbers here in this computer, let it know where I'm at. Oh, and they are censoring, they're censoring some YouTube channels where this one guy, Mike Morales, has lost internet to his entire house. He's had specialists come in while he wasn't there and had to go to work. He's got people crawling all over satellite dishes. They can find nothing wrong with his system. They can't even find his account number. His account don't exist, but somehow magical he still has. So yeah, anybody with any type of fan base, a lot of people following him, this kind of thing, they're taking and censoring by different means. Okay, they're doing this on purpose. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had 3 different texts come out 3 different days. Can't find nothing wrong with the system. He can't get him internet. It's a complete blackout, and he has to drive his car. He can't even get phone signal at his house. He has to drive his car. I don't know how many miles he said he had to drive away from his house to even get signal to do a live off of his phone. This is what they do before wartime. I'm telling you. Russia's positioning more troops. Now they're saying the numbers are in 200,000. I'm still sticking with what I was given was the 80,000 that will go in and the 80,000 that will need headstones, and there'll be a shortage. This is what I know. That's my knowing. So, like I said, watch for what they do. It's what they do. I don't like having to tell this. It's going to happen. And there will be no reason for it. There will be no no-fly zone. There was never given a no-fly zone order on any of these places. No, they leave that open so that they can still do what they plan to do, which is selectively take out airliners. And then, oh, well, we thought it was this. And, well, you can't really prove it was Russian because really those were militants that were, you know, they were going down there because, I don't know, there was a sale on something at a store down there. They're not even part of the military. We don't even know those people yet. They find... Well, yeah, they were employed by, that is their, I mean, what are they going to do? What are you going to say? Oh, well, we took the missile system on a road trip. We decided we were going to explore the countryside. Yeah, it was another country, but we were just exploring. Road trip in a missile system. Right, people? Appreciate the like. So anybody wants to say anything, like I said, I did the video 180 on board, a couple of them about that, and then something's not right about this. I did all of that. Way back. I did it instantly. I was putting out notifications to a lot of places to let them know this was not an accident. Iran shot them down. Nobody listened. Nobody believed it until they had proof that, oh, hey, guess what? Iran shot them down. This is my knowing. I'm telling you now before it even happens. There it is. So, like I said, people, I didn't want to have to go over this, but it's just gonna make the news. You know, how did he? Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's because I'm gonna say this: heaven doesn't want it to happen, and they're tired of this mess happening. And when they shine light on it, you will see. Because light is a disinfectant. What happens in the darkness shall come into the light. Light is the perfect disinfectant. God invented it as such. It's from his fire. Like there's 2 types of fire. One that will consume you, and then there's heavenly fire. Meshach, Mizrach, and Abednego got into a fire. They didn't burn. It just burned off their bondage. Why? Because that's heavenly fire. The heavenly fire that went into the priest's main burn pit for sacrificing animals, he built that. There was no fire. The fire came down from heaven and provided the fire. It was heavenly fire. It was supposed to be continually burning forever because they weren't supposed to let it go out. There is a fire that's creating a light in people and giving people information to make these wrongs right. I'm telling you, there's going to be a wrong ahead of time so that maybe we can stop it from happening again. Maybe they can make a law that says, okay, if there's any more civilian airliners shot down, those people will actually be put in prison, regardless of what army they're in or whatever. Okay? They should already know from MH17 at this point. Then they went ahead and did it again with Iran. 176 on board, but it was 180 on board. It's going to happen. You will see it. That's all I got to say on this, but there's going to be a light on this darkness. And they're getting real dark with what they're doing. So, God bless you. I'm off this thing. I'm out, people. Peace.